All right, welcome back to the Outer World. So, funny story here. I am re-recording this. I actually just went through and did the whole episode and completely forgot to hit record. So we are going to re-record this, and that's fine. So let's look and see what we need to do here, because I'm not quite sure what we still need to do. Awesome. We need to go talk to Udom. Actually, let's talk to Jessie for Ellie first.
Any word on Jessie?
She's in debt to the board and thinks someone's after her. I'll handle it.
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Great. So we need to go talk to Udom because Udom is the one in charge of the place. He actually has impounded our ship, so we want to find out why.
You gold-plated bastards.
Obviously, there's no love lost between corporate and the ship.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
For the following story.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he.
No, I am not.
Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Ooh, so Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Sure. Yep, he sure did.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
I totally didn't hit him with an escape pod. Oh, I think it'd be worse to say that he died by being eaten alive. Let's say this. Trust me, you don't want to know the details.
You're quite right, of course. Best not to pry into such dismal things.
Again, I'm very sorry, but can we get back to the topic at hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go...
Yes?
Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
So everybody is definitely after Wells, but I'm not... I don't want to give away his location yet. Why do you think I'd know anything about Wells?
Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table?
Why is the board so interested in Wells anyway?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
Alex never mentioned Phineas Wells.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me.
Terribly.
Is there anything else I might help you with?
Why, yes, actually, there is. I'm here about Jessie Doyle. I want her debt settled.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
She's worth more dead than alive. Put her under an indentured contract. That seems cruel, but...
That's not unreasonable. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
She's hiding in sickbay to avoid assassins. I'm sure she'll prefer work.
You might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
I want to ask you something else.
Be my guest.
Let's see here. Don't want to ask that. Should already fix that. What are those locked doors in the back?
A luxury stateroom reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Ooh. Does the chairman visit here often?
Good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
Interesting. All right, well, back to my other
Ask
questions. We're leaving. Okay. So with that, yeah, we're going to head back. Let's go talk to Jessie and Ellie. We will let her know she's good to go. And then I think we're going to go talk to Gladys.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt.
Yep.
That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Haha.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead.
I agree.
You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Watch yourself while I'm gone. All right, let's talk to Ellie.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jessie. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Are you saying you'll work for me just because I helped Jessie?
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent.
Thank you.
But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
What exactly did Jessie do for you anyway?
She helped me win a bet.
What was the bet?
We were on a smuggling run planetside when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur.
And
And, as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jessie hadn't picked it off.
so she saved your life.
Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet.
You know what? I like Ellie. Welcome aboard.
You won't be sorry. Or if you are, just add it to my debt and we'll figure something out.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
All right, and we level up. Oh, put the gun away. All right, let's actually, yeah, let's level up. So I do want to get our dialogue up to at least 40 before we go any farther. So yeah, let's just put everything into dialogue, except no perks. But let's look at Ellie. She's got the normal initial perks, so I want to increase our medical when she's in the party. I like that. And then let's look at her distance. I want her to keep close. Weapon mixed. Oh, what weapons does she have? Oh, she's got a nice gun and a... Wow. Mr. Ouch as a modification. I love that. So we're going to tell her to keep it mixed, but I think we're good here. All right, next stop, we need to go talk to Gladys. Speak to Gladys on the Groundbreaker. Gladys is the Black Marketeer. We found her. She's at the Rest and Go, the local hotel. Right in this room. What is this? Oh, weird little thing. Oh! Nice little office here.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
I'm trying to play aces kind of straight, but this may be the only way we can get this, so no qualms here. Let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering?
No.
Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Wonder what kind of haul they left behind.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Maybe it's some sort of automated message.
Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide.
If they're hiding something, won't they be liable to shoot on sight?
Quite the opposite, I believe. Nothing terribly secret about gunfire, is there?
Good point.
If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
So you need someone to snoop around for you.
My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies.
You can count on me.
Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
All right. Let me see what you have for trade.
I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Oh, wow, she's got a lot. All right, weapons. Ooh, that is a nice weapon. That is a very nice weapon. But that's also a very expensive weapon. So I think we're going to hold off for now. Yeah, let's hold off on that. No armor. I don't think there's anything in here that I think I need. Yeah. I can skip that. Oh, mag picks, yes. I will definitely take all of those that I can. What's this? Hephaestus Mining archive cartridge. This data cartridge contains the public recordings of Hephaestus Mining's outpost on Scylla. We're going to Scylla anyways. It can be viewed using the captain's terminal on the unreliable. Yeah, let's get this one. What's this one? Battered Mardet tablet. An old data pad once used by Groundbreaker's Mardet security forces. From the accumulated dust and grime, this hasn't been accessed for over a decade. Down on their luck, smugglers will often purchase old data pads in the hopes of finding clues to a forgotten cache of goods they can sell. And why not? Oh wow, alright. Let's read this. The old data pad contains incident reports from various Mardet security patrols. Most are details of simple finds and dust-ups between the crews of Wildcat freighters and corporate haulers. 2 entries have been marked for later review. August 7th, 2344. Responded to a code ID 10T. I love that. That is a well-known IT term, ID 10T, when you're dealing with a user who is not the smartest. If you don't know what that means, just kind of put those together and pretend they're letters. Anyways, responded to a code ID 10T at the Lost Hope. Vera asked us to bounce some Back Bay rat that got himself soaked in Spectrum Red. Drunken Fool got into a scuffle with one of Engineer Tennyson's people. We tossed the rung leech back down to the bays. Asshole fought us the entire way, telling us we'd be sorry once he controlled the hammer's power. If this is some new Hammersmith marketing stunt, I'm complaining to Sunita. October 25th, 2344. Had another run-in with the Rung Leech from the Lost Hope. Don't know how the uppity piker crawled out of the back bays without us noticing. Locked himself into the repair bay off of docking slip 13 and refused to come out. Kept raving about the weapon's chaotic beauty or some shit while we were trying to talk him out. Had to break off when our shift ended. Hullhead's gotta come out eventually. Definitely take. I'm guessing that probably leads to a quest. Let's see here, does it? Cleaning machine, asking Ada, return to the unreliable. Definitely want to do that. I don't see that as a new quest here. But you know what, we can check on that when we come back. So, oh, mouse. So now I want to go back to... Let's go back to our ship and head up to that distress call. But first, I definitely want to talk to Parvati, continue that little companion quest along. I wanted to talk to Felix, but he's gone.
Hey, be careful with those crates.
I will.
My cargo's worth a lot of money.
Alright. Oh, who's that? Oh, looks like Felix is waiting for us. That's a long drop.
Got a second?
Alright.
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close.
That seems
Gotta hand it to you,
suspicious.
boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
You're pretty eager to throw in with somebody you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Alright, Felix, tell me why I should hire you.
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech just
Wait, what?
in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
I have literally been on interviews where the person was like this. Are you reading off your hand?
Yeah, it's a second draft.
Oh, I don't want to know where the first
Firstly,
draft is.
I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion. Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
Keep working. Let him continue.
Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together. What do you think? Am I in?
I would do this, the dragging off bodies one. However, we tend to have a lot of bodies in our wake. So I've heard enough. You're hired.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this.
I'm sure I will. We'll see you in the ship, Felix.
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
Well, this'll be interesting, huh?
All right. Back into the unreliable. All right, we need to go find Parvati. I'm not sure where she's at, so let's turn on her quest.
Would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not required every time the captain leaves the ship?
There she is.
Thinking of tinkering at the workbench? I used to love watching Alex work. Now I like watching you.
That's disturbing.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Sure.
So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages, I got him here on my data pad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it, because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good, but real sweet.
How bad can it be?
She rhymed compression alternator with aches to meet her.
Yeah.
It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda.
Sounds like she likes you.
I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
You're about the warmest person I've ever met. To hell with them.
Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel?
Everything okay?
They were... close, Captain. Like, more than friends close.
They were close. Not anymore.
I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope?
Wouldn't it be easier to talk to her about this Isabel person?
Maybe for you. I start thinking about all the things she could say and my guts start crawling up my throat. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better if someone I trusted was there.
Alright, that's fair. Cool. Hold on, 1 second.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy-like, ain't it?
What do you think of the ship?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
That's the ship's computer. It's not intelligent, but it does a good imitation.
So you're gonna call her it, not she?
Though my voice is currently pitched to suggest female, I possess no gender. Any pronoun preferred by the user is acceptable.
Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
What do you think, Parvati? Is this safe to fly now that we've got the regulator?
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
I'm glad they still have grilled cheese in the future. Break time's over. Alright. So, let's do one more thing here. Let's go talk to Ada. I would like to find out about that robot.
Welcome back, Captain.
Thank you.
How can I be of assistance?
Let's see here. Know anything about the automechanical gathering dust in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Talk to you later, Ada.
I'll be here.
Alright, before we head out to go check on the SOS, let's go...
I think I'll initiate an unscheduled rest cycle while you're out.
That's great. Alright, let's go up to our quarters. We actually have to check a couple things on our terminal, so let's do that now. see here. I'm going to leave the messages. Alex Hawthorne. Yeah, we need to... I think we need to... Oh, we already read this one. Logs. We talked about the shrink ray. Let's look at hammer power. Wait, did we look at this? I don't think we did. Did we? Alright, let's just read this. Note to self, remember this later. No, better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, if I'm not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Well, back to my point. I saw in actuality, with my own 2 eyes, a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells's lab. Just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe. Or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievement of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells's shrinking ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors, more to be had. Hammer power. The last time I got sloshed, I mean, I was imbibing at the Last Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, Udom was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on 2 Mardets yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like, none of us have heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Mardet said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat sure fits the bill. It could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. I kind of like these. Wait, is there more? Nope. Oh, go back in there. Search term Sam. First Sam result. Do not forget, you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical in Emerald Vale scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Should be fun! Note 2. Removal of factory standard part Suds Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat-modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to, but I do. Third SAM result. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. That part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon. But good news! I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper I can filch. That part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. Hey, we're going to Roseway. Like that. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. That is good to know. Alright, search Hephaestus Mining archive cartridge. This was the thing that we got from Gladys. Wow, this is pretty long. Okay, result number 1 from the site supervisor's personal logs. That captain sold Harris something called the Rearranger, then left before we discovered the damn thing doesn't work. Only thing it rearranged is the number of bits on Harris's cart. Looks like some type of strange tech or weapon. Maybe a scientist can make something out of it. From the site site safety officer's incident report. Doc Caulfield couldn't save Lem. Now I gotta arrest Harris for his murder. Confiscated that weapon he used and stored it in Birdie's office for now. I figure the least the site supervisor can do is fill out forms for whatever that damn thing is. Don't know how I'm gonna detain Harris. Not like we got prisons back on this rock. And then from Barber Coronary Inquest. Given name Lemuel, family name Hereford, employment standard indentured, contract term, cause of deceasement, blunt force trauma, weapon unknown. Took a good whack to the noggin. The facial area, to be specifical about it, it's all twisted up too. Nose is 5 times as big, jaw is shrunk to almost nothing. Teeth are all out of kilter, though I suppose that was true pre-deceasement. If the blow itself didn't kill him, there's no way he could have breathed with all that damage. Interesting. I think a lot of this is going back to all these unique weapons we can get. Alright, might as well do this. Last one, messages for Ace. Number 1 from Jay Tennyson. Parvati. These are all the messages. Oh, should I be reading these? Oh, this is the poem. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not going to read that one. And then, let's go back to the second one. We were talking about old friends. You know, I got to thinking about Isabel. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking. We were a mess. A good mess, but a mess. I'm a better me than I was then. Wanted you to know. Even when I drink too much of the old family recipe. You're pretty swell, Party T. Damn you, instant spell check, meet my wrench. Too tired, just gotta put my head down for... Interesting. I'm not sure why we're getting all of Parvati's messages, but that's okay. Alright, with that, I think we are good. I need to stop doing that. Next time, we are going to go to Roseway to talk, or to find out what's going on Roseway, to check out that SOS. But with that, thank you very much for watching the Outer Worlds. I'm Trevlix, and we'll see you next time in the next episode of The Outer Worlds.